LeBron James is one of the greatest players of all time, and back when he joined the Miami Heat, he thought he was going to be winning 7 championships with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. That obviously didn't happen, but today we are going back to the LeBron era, and we are completely changing his legacy. You will notice that it's still LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Udonis Haslem is even still here. But in 2010, 2011, Shaq, Aaron Aflalo, and Allen Iverson were not Miami Heat players. You also notice Chris Bosh is missing, and let me explain why. I have went ahead and did a fantasy draft in the LeBron era, but in NBA 2K24 this year, you can actually protect certain players. So for the Miami Heat, LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, I kept him on the team. I said, you know what, D-Wade, he can't leave Miami. Cleveland, Chicago, those times weren't real. Not only that, on every team, either the best or second best player, some of the young guys, I did let them stay. So Chris Paul is still a Hornet. Darren Williams is still a Jazz. Zebo has headed over to the Sacramento Kings early. That's right, he's a 1-year deal, so I let him be in the fantasy draft. Along with any players that were like 34 years of age and older, I let them go to a new team, or if they were on an expiring contract. The New York Knicks get Carmelo Anthony a little bit early. He's not playing with the Nuggets anymore. Kobe Bryant gets a lot more help than just Pau Gasol, Chauncey Billups, AK-47, Tony Allen, Jarrett Jack, and Kwame Brown the GOAT. A lot of really good teams here in this league between the fantasy draft and the stars that were already on their respective teams. The San Antonio Spurs are still going to be a crazy dynasty. Tim Duncan, Parker, Ginobili, but now they have Marc Gasol and Wilson Chandler. KD is joined in OKC by Al Horford, Serge, Raymond Felton, Vince Carter. All these teams I've shown you so far, I think could definitely beat LeBron. And as of right now, the LeBron Miami Heat roster is not looking good. I respect Captain Kirk, but him being a starting point guard on a finals team, I don't see it happening. This team might not even make the finals, let alone the playoffs. Right now, they aren't doing the greatest. Shaq and Udonis Haslem are angry. They're fed up. Udonis is here for another 5 years, so he's just gonna have to sit it out. Currently, the Miami Heat are 28-24. That makes us the 8th seed in the Eastern Conference. And right now, the best team in the East is the Orlando Magic. We're gonna somehow have to be better than JJ Redick, Paul Millsap, Dwight Howard, OJ Mayo, a very good roster. LeBron James, regardless of his roster, is still gonna show out. That's known, and here he is winning MVP for the 3rd straight time. 2009, 2010, 2011. In real life, he'd also win the next 2 years, so who knows, maybe he could win 5 MVPs in a row. It'd be a little bit crazy, but it'd definitely change his legacy. Blake Griffin is Rookie of the Year for the Pacers instead of the Clippers. That's right, he was in the draft. I know he's a rookie, it's fine, you'll be okay, don't worry about it. Ginobili, 6th Man of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, Dwight Howard, and Most Improved goes to Jeff Teague. This man easily has the most entertaining NBA podcast there is. It's terrific. Dude just be telling stories. He acts like he didn't play in the NBA. It's wild. Dwayne Wade also made an All-NBA 2nd team here. LeBron made the 1st one. That was going to be obvious. You know, he won MVP. Chris Bosh did not make an All-NBA team. He's not on the Miami Heat. He actually got lost in the fantasy draft. He went to a brand new team. Where is he? I don't quite remember. He's on the Raptors. Good for Toronto, Canada. He goes back home. He didn't actually ever end up playing a game for the Miami Heat in this universe. The Miami Heat went on a crazy run in the second half of the season. It's the main reason why LeBron James won MVP. They looked like they were going to miss playoffs, to him getting the team together and hooping. Unfortunately, though, the run didn't matter. It seems to be that the Heat are frauds. They are going to a Game 7 in the 1st round against the 8th seeded Nets, led by Devin Harris, Sean Marion, Derek Favors, Brook Lopez, and Charlie Villanueva. Game 7, what are we gonna get? Is the Flash and the King gonna take on, I don't know, do anybody on the Nets have a cool nickname like Brook Lopez? Splash Mountain wasn't really a thing back then. He wasn't even shooting threes around this time. So Brook Lopez just doesn't have a cool nickname. He's just that guy who was really good for the Nets. By really good, I mean the all-time leading scorer for their franchise, which is always crazy to think about given they've had KD, Vince Carter, Kyrie, Jason Kidd, and Jeremy Lin played better than D-Wade. That's crazy. He's also much better in his rookie year for some reason than I expected. Linsanity starting a little bit early. Our veterans and D-Wade aren't playing the greatest. I mean, D-Wade just shot 4 for 13. AI is putting up 14 shots a game at the age of 36. I mean, sure, I guess AI can hoop. The second round might be even harder for us, though, because the Chicago Bulls, who just swept the Pacers, ton of momentum. And on top of that, they have the young and promising Derrick Rose, along with Lamar Odom, Luis Scola, Marcin Gortat, a very good roster thanks to the fantasy draft. And with one more game, the Miami Heat will move on to the conference finals. In Chicago, they don't want that to happen. Game 6, win or go home for the Chicago Bulls. They are battling back and forth with LeBron, but eventually LeBron goes on a crazy run and wins by 20. Dwayne Wade had 29, James had 25 and 12, Allen Iverson had 25 as well off the bench. Derrick Rose did his best, but he doesn't have the greatest supporting cast, and LeBron is in the conference finals. The competition and the tough challenges don't stop there, because we are now tasked with taking on the Big Four Boston Celtics. By Big Four, I mean Andrew Bynum is now the new Ray Allen for this team. Alright, he's better. Bynum was so much better than Ray Allen that he actually helped the Celtics take a 3-1 lead on LeBron and D Wade, but they're not gonna quit. They're not gonna give up, because they're gonna go ahead. They're gonna win game 5 by 20. Paul Pierce tried his best, but it was not enough. But Paul Pierce would get his revenge, because although game 6 was back and forth for a majority of it, the Celtics would eventually pull away in the fourth quarter, giving them a small little lead with only 40 seconds left in the game, and Paul knew it was his moment to shine. Andrew Bynum in the game looking to pass the ball in. There's 38 seconds left and they're down by 4, so most likely the ball's going to get passed in. Goes to Kevin Garnett. They're just passing it around. They let Pierce get a shot off and he nails it over LeBron James. 30 seconds left on the clock, down 6 to Dwayne Wade. He's just going to go right to the basket and blocked by T-Mac. Oh my god, T-Mac just murdered him. Gotta look at the replay. Set that shit out. Oh, bounce the flash. I don't know, slow motion, I guess? Tracy's old at this point, so I guess slow motion's a fitting nickname. Shaquille O'Neal passing in the ball. Jeremy Lin's standing in the corner wide open. Shaq didn't want to give it to him. Instead, he gives it to Udonis Haslem, who pulls a Listen, earlier in the video, they were both heated. They were mad. They're not happy with their situation right now. I think that right there was conspiracy against LeBron James and Dwayne Wade. Shaquille O'Neal and Udonis Haslem are evil. They need to get off the team. It's their fault we lost that. The Boston Celtics move on to the NBA Finals. LeBron James gets sent back home. The MVP of the league has been defeated, and in the first season so far, LeBron's legacy, it's not looking too awful, but not the greatest either. The OKC Thunder end up winning a championship. Kevin Durant, your finals MVP. Vince Carter gets a ring in this universe, so you know what? Shout out to OKC, shout out to the Thunder, shout out to Buffaloes. And with all of these crazy new teams being formed, the league being shaken up, the Phoenix Suns get the #1 pick. And with that pick, they are going to be taking Kyrie Irving, a wizard with the ball, a flat earther, and an all-around bucket getter. Kawhi Leonard goes to the Hornets. He's going to be able to team up with CP3 now. Valanciunas goes to the Grizzlies. They replace Marc Gasol. In the offseason, the Miami Heat would go ahead and sign a man from the team who beat them in the playoffs, Andrew Bynum, the new starting center for the Miami Heat. Mario Chalmers was drafted during the fantasy draft, and he's returned to the team. The young man who almost upset LeBron in last year's playoffs bounces back this season and wins his MVP, 32, 5, and 9 with a steal. Kawhi Leonard wins Rookie of the Year thanks to Chris Paul feeding him buckets. Let's be honest, if you are a guy who can score whatsoever and you play with Chris Paul and you're not doing something good, there's something wrong with you. Sixth Man of the Year goes to Mo Williams on the Sixers. Dwight Howard is your Defensive Player of the Year. He is a GOAT, dude. Gets so many blocks. He's disgusting. He's so good at 2K this year. And Jeremy Lin, who actually left the Miami Heat, he wins Most Improved over for Denver. Last year, he helped us get pretty far, but he said, you know what? I'm not fit for Heat culture. I don't want to play behind LeBron. I want to be my own man. And hey, he's doing pretty good over in Denver. LeBron James makes the All-NBA first team, averaging 26, 6, and 7 with 2 steals and a block. Kawhi Leonard and DeMarcus Cousins make the All-NBA team. Dwayne Wade is nowhere to be seen. And in terms of playoffs, neither are the Miami Heat. Yep, that's right. We went so far for this season, we were awful. We were 36 and 46 this season. No chance at winning a chip. LeBron misses the playoffs for one of the first times, and I think it would have been 5 years at this point. The Wizards win a championship. John Wall is your finals MVP, averaging 27 and 13 with 2 steals. That's insane. He was joined by David West, JaVale McGee, Nick Young, TJ Ford, Tristan Thompson, Corey Brewer. I guess I shouldn't talk down on Corey Brewer. He just won a chip. Kwame Brown has won a championship before LeBron James in this universe. Just think about that. Anthony Davis is heading all the way to Phoenix to team up with Kyrie Irving. That duo is going to be crazy, but who knows if they'll do anything, because the Suns were so bad they got back-to-back first overall picks. The Miami Heat got the 11th pick in the draft, and this year they are selecting Sidney Bird, not even a real human being. Curse you, Timberwolves, for taking the GOAT, Jared Sullinger, like 3 picks early. The Miami Heat would have won the next 30 titles if they drafted Jared. Coming off an MVP, Derrick Rose is now the highest rated overrated player in the NBA. That's right, he is now better than LeBron James. This season is going to be rough. I can kind of feel it already. LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Andrew Bynum, Mario Chalmers, this random Sydney dude we drafted. And you know what? I don't even care. I don't care that this is like rigging it. Just Sydney Bird, you're not real. Get off the team. Tristan Thompson with LeBron James. That seems fitting. Here we go. I didn't even want to look at the rest of the trades. Welcome to the team, Tristan. Do you think Heat culture likes cheating on your wife slash spouse slash woman you had a baby with or not? Because he might not last on the team for long if not. Hey man, I don't know how you fumble a Kardashian. That just seems crazy to me, but you do you, Tristan. Few years early, but he did it. Steph Curry is your MVP, averaging 28 and 9 for the Warriors. Honestly, they should have just named this entire era the Curry era. It shouldn't be the LeBron era. I know he's LeBron, but that dude doesn't do good in sim. Anthony Davis is your rookie of the year. Andre Drummond, 6th man for Dallas. Defensive is Dwight. Most improved, Kemba Walker, replacing Dame Lillard in this universe. LeBron made the All-NBA first team once again, averaging 28 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, and a block. Dwayne Wade made the All-NBA second team this year, averaging 26, 7, 5, 2, and 1. But, like, those are really good stats. Don't get me wrong. We did make playoffs once again. The team is awful, 38 and 44. With the video only being 6 seasons long, I'm starting to get worried for LeBron. He already won MVP. That's cool. Shout out to his legacy. 3 in a row MVPs. That's whatever. But at this point, the Golden State Warriors and Steph Curry have won an NBA championship before he has. 23 and 8 and 2 steals for Steph Curry. Steve Kerr's probably ecstatic if they even have Steve Kerr at this point. I think Mark Jackson would still be their coach, right? Technically, I don't know. Season 4 and the lineup is looking much better. CJ Watson is their new starting point guard. Dwayne Wade, LeBron James are still here. They got Trevor Booker in free agency, Andrew Bynum, Tristan Thompson, Lou Will, Nicolo, Udonis Haslem. You're not getting any playing minutes, Udonis, but you're still here just like real life. John Wall is better than LeBron James. 24, 6, and 9 with 2 steals, MVP. Giannis, rookie of the year for the Big Apple. Dame Dallas, 6th man of the year. He doesn't ever really pan out in simulation for some reason. Like, we have John Wall winning MVP, but Dame Lillard is a 6th man. And Bradley Beal won most improved. Both John Wall and Bradley Beal are absolutely hooping. 23 points on the season. Frank Vogel, coach of the Pacers, wins coach of the year. Okay. LeBron made the All-NBA first team, averaging the numbers he usually averages. Dwayne Wade is on the third team with Rodney Stuckey. Okay. We are at a point in NBA history where Rodney Stuckey is on the same level as Dwayne Wade in terms of points. That's just unreal. Absolutely crazy. We are in the playoffs, the 4th seed, taking on the Detroit Pistons. And what do you know? It's Rodney Stuckey himself. He's going to prove, is he really better than Dwayne Wade, or is Dwayne Wade still, well, the guy who won a couple of championships, finals MVPs, pretty good at the whole basketball thing. They're currently down 3-2. Okay, it's a game 7 in the first round again. We need LeBron to win this game. Him and Dwayne Wade cannot get bounced in the first round by Rodney Stuckey and Bismack Biyombo. Not even that great of a duo. They're about to get smacked, aren't? Yep, nope, they're gone. LeBron's legacy is so tarnished at this point. He won 1 MVP, but Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, without both of them, he still has D-Wade, but without Chris Bosh, he's a nobody. OKC wins another title, KD another finals MVP. The Bobcats made it to the finals over LeBron James and Dwayne Wade. Are you kidding me? Is 2K smoking crack now? Are we Lamar Odom as a video game? I don't know. Miami Heat keep employing mid-tier centers. Welcome to the team, Varejao. Marcus Smart is here. Never mind, I'll never say anything bad about the owner of this franchise. I don't know who they am. I'm sick that it's Smart in a Heat jersey. Like, don't get me wrong, that's disgusting. But Marcus Smart is also one of my favorite players of all time, and he's on the team. This means it's instant ring season, although they've lost a few games. Okay, they're 1-4. This isn't looking good. LeBron James is back, baby. 31, 8, and 8 with 2 steals. MVP. Jokic, rookie of the year for the Timberwolves. Dame, still a 6th man, averaging 22 and 6. LeBron, defensive player of the year. He stole it from Dwight Howard. This is the year. This is definitely the year they win the title. Dennis Schroeder, most improved for the Hawks. Oh my god, he ended up there just like real life. John Wall, Kobe, LeBron, AD, DeMarcus Cut. Wow, there are a lot of young dudes here, and then LeBron and Kobe. Dwayne Wade and our former teammate Jeremy Lin on the New Orleans Pelicans. Oh my god, this is crazy. The reason I'm pointing this out and that it's wild to me is last year I did a video on what if Linsanity never ended. The whole premise was Jeremy Lin turned into a 90 overall in that, and apparently he does in this too. I didn't even touch anything, so that's kind of crazy. Shout out to Dwayne Wade. Look at his stats. He's pretty good. But in that said video that I made, he ended up going to the Pelicans and actually winning a few championships with them. So hopefully they don't happen in this year, because it's LeBron's time to win a championship. Although we lost in the, oh my god, oh my Jesus. LeBron's legacy is quite just tarnished, gone, doesn't doesn't even exist. What's a legacy? He's not even a GOAT. Curry's a GOAT. Back-to-back 37-10 in the finals? That is the light-skin assassin right there. Babyface assassin? I don't remember what it's called. Either way, he's better than LeBron. LeBron sucks right now. Sure, he's won 2 MVPs in this time, but with only 1 season left to go, I'm getting a little bit worried, man. I need him to win a chip in his final year. He's finally established himself with a nice, solid roster. Tristan's about to leave us. The Miami Heat have signed Beno Udrih, so they now have an even better starting point guard. Lou Will got moved back to the 2. They have a really, really good squad at this point, an 8-man rotation of all 80s and higher. LeBron, if you don't win a ring this year, you're a fraud. The biggest fraud that's ever frauded in the entire history of frauds everywhere. You start off going 5-6-0, 7-0, 8-0. Oh yeah, 9, 10-0. This is the year LeBron is ungodly, or is godly, not ungodly. Ungodly probably means he's not religious or something. I got no clue. I don't know what he's into. He's averaging 2 steals, 8 assists, 9 rebounds, 24 points. He's him. Dwayne Wade, 24, 7, and 5 as well. Everyone's playing great. Shout out to Marcus Smart, 5. He sucks. He sucks, but he's cool. Curry at this point might just be better than LeBron James. He wins another MVP, making it his 2nd. He's also won 2 titles, and in this universe, he's won Finals MVP both times. D'Angelo Russell is Rookie of the Year for the Raptors. Greg Monroe, 6th man for the Pistons. LeBron wins another Defensive Player of the Year, averaging 25, 8, 7, 2, and 1. Dan Drew, don't know who you are. Trent O'Brien with Kawhi and Jeremy Lin, he wins Coach of the Year. That's a pretty good team out in the West, I'm not gonna lie. Jeremy Lin, Giannis, Kobe Bryant, and Nikola Vucevic are all on the All-NBA 3rd team. All of these guys are on the same level of play this year. That's insane. We ended up falling to the 4th seed. Yep, that's right. The first, what was it, like 16 games that we won? All flukes. We still suck. LeBron, I don't know what you're doing. Hopefully the only thing he's doing this season is winning an NBA championship, though. The first 2, easy. Shout out to him. 2-1, it's 3-1. They're not coming back. It's Philly. They're still in the process. What's up? Indiana Pacers have upsetted the 1 seed. Are you kidding me? Blake Griffin, Paul George. Okay, that's actually a pretty good team. Noah, Harris, George, and Griffin, solid 4. Solid enough to beat LeBron James? I don't think so. LeBron's beaten Paul George in the playoffs before. Why not do it again, but in 2K simulation instead? We're up 2-1, make it 3-1. No comeback for you, Mr. Paul. Conference Finals, Kevin Love and former MVP John Wall. Yes, MVP John Wall is a thing in this universe. Bet you forgot already. JaVale McGee's also there. He once tweeted at me. Don't know why. All I know is, once again, it's a 4-1 series in favor of the Miami Heat. We move on to the finals, and we're not able to take on Curry, but we're taking on an even better opponent in the Pelicans. Jeremy Lin and Kawhi Leonard. Jeremy, if you didn't leave us, if you would have, stayed with the Miami Heat, we probably would have won like 6 straight championships, but instead LeBron, I was gonna say, haha, we're gonna sweep you, but instead LeBron finally asserts himself as one of the greatest players of all time, getting a championship and 2 MVPs, a bunch of defensive players, and now MVP for the finals. 37-8 with 2 steals and a block. He takes down Linsanity and Kawhi, and with that, we have completely flipped upside down LeBron's legacy. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what player you want me to do this with next. I already know the next 2, but maybe you could guess. All right, see you there. Bye.